Hello, everyone. I'd like to first of all to thank my professors and organizers of this conference for inviting me here. Let me start by saying a few words about my background. My name is Gantumur Khongorzul. I'm PhD student of Gyeongsang National University in Jinju City. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is a study on the antecedents and consequences of smart plant construction. I'm going to following content, introduction, literature review, research model, and result conclusion. Now I'm going to moving introduction about my work. As you know, fourth industrial revolution bringing changes in economic industry. In the last decades, the technological progress was remarkable, and the fast and major technological progress was remarkable. And the first major technologies change of the chance to improve human life, but also the creative concern about the future. Different countries nowadays struggling to establish their industrial competitiveness and by using different policies. For example, in other activity to the era of the fourth industrial revolution, some policies are being formulated by South Korea's like establishment of fourth industrial revolution. And brief case was customization 3 about, for example, what's the mean fourth industrial revolution is including 3D printing, advanced robotics, and Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and many digital systems. The challenge is that people demand better health and education, employment, and security today. And previously, different studies have been performed about smart plant and smart factory in the era industrial fourth industrial revolution. Smart plant, smart factory of small, medium enterprises, and the factors performance analysis of the smart factory acceptances. There have been many researches on technologies, and application of these technologies doesn't constitute digital enterprises. It can be seen the progress of the company must not only consider the introduction of technology at the same time, but also should consider organizational and technological resource environment factors. And the purpose of this study is the key success factor, smart plant construction. This main factor is organizational factor and technical factor, environmental factor, the relationship between the above factor expectation for competitiveness enhancement and smart plant construction. Now we are going to about theoretical background. And what's the main industry for? For example, first one is German public provide academics aimed at innovation in the manufacturing industry since 2011. It has become common concept that fourth industrial revolution widely known to the public. And what this means fourth industrial revolution is smart revolution based on hyperconnectivity, which triggered by digital technology such as artificial intelligence and big data. And smart plant is used the same term industrial equipment, and plant industry includes equipment industry for machinery and equipment for manufacturing and processing raw materials, and software industry, for example, for engineering, construction, supervision, commissioning, and operation to install. In other words, it also provides equipment industry that process products can be used or absorbed by humans after separating and refining necessary substances by reacting resources and water, trees, gas, oil, sun, and wind that exist in natural ecosystem. And another thing we can be said source of activity in which results performing process regarding system which facility people, materials, and machines and integrated are realized optimal form for given purpose. Next, we are going to which is main factor is organizational factor. Organizational factor means the role of CEO of the company, determine vision, strategy, and policy to lead organizational to grow after the survival, including decision making and resolving problems. Moreover, the more important role should be motivate all members to participate in management process. And this process should be actively support all aspects, including resource and communication. In main organizational factors, including second variables is first one is leadership of top management will have positive effect on the expectation for competence. And second variable is the competence development of organizational member will have positive effect on the expectation for competence. And second main variable is name is environmental factors. According to some research, for example, Wonjong Kim, they according government support is typical means for the government interview market activity. It's common to provide subsidies or incentives for corporate investment through tax. And for example, Hyun-chul, Kim-chul, they the same accorded. These environmental factors, including two variables, is mean government support will have positive effect on the expectation for competitiveness enhancement. Second variable is the influence business partners will have positive effect on the expectation for competitiveness enhancement. And main second variable is expectation for competitiveness. For example, research Park Johnson Ji-young, they argumented a concept of efficient manufacturing of personalized product-related production manufacturing technology. Research trend was studied. ICT technology exciting production manufacturing based on Korean smart factory. And variable as this expectation for competitiveness enhancement will have positive effect on the smart plant construction. And now we are going to research design. Research model is main variable is first one is organizational factor, technical factor, environmental factor. They including each factor including two variables. For example, organizational factors including leadership of top management, competence development of organizational members, technical factors including technology relevance, safety, risk taking. Environmental factors including government support, influence of business partner. The main three variables: habitus has positive effect expectation for competitiveness enhancement, and expectation for competitiveness enhancement is positive effect on smart plant construction. The questionnaire is primary that data has been used in this study. The collect data we used in survey method through the questionnaire. And the first part about personality and information is gender, age, educational background, sector, work experience, occupation, smart plant utilization, cumulative period, size of company. And second, we're going to factors that affect expectation for competitiveness enhancement and smart plant construction. In summary, out 137 responses, there are male proportion is 93%, and remaining 6% is women. And concerning education level, is there are 101 is in university, making up large proportion, 73.7% of survey participants. And I'm going to result is from reliability analysis. The results was crunch alpha coefficient are higher than 0.6. This indicating that scale has high degree of reliability. Every variables have from 3 to 8 questionnaire. For example, leader of top management is item is 8 questionnaire. The reliability is 0.9. Is the questionnaire is reliability is higher. And after that, we are going to exploratory factor analysis. Exploratory factor analysis was carried out using SBS21 and to investigate the dimensionality of various instruments used to measure variables, understanding principal component analysis with very max rotation was carried out. All variables show that factor loading of above 0.5 for each item under the respective variables. And next result was the following result is conformity factor analysis. The following results were obtained. For fit indexes, degree of freedom is 1.4 and CFI is 0.9. Next one is tail eye and 0.9, and next one is IFI is 0.9, and NFI is 0.8, GFI is 0.8, AGFI 0.7, RMR 0.028, and RMCA 0.055. The result looking for indicate good model fit. All major report composite reliability well greater than 0.07, which establish the reliability of the measure. The loading of all the items were found to be significant and no item was dropped. Significant factor loading higher composite reliability provide convergent validity, especially average variance extract should be above the 0.5 level less than composite reliability. Next one is result is of correlation analysis. Correlation coefficient measure of the stress of the relationship between related movement and variables. The value range between from minus 1.0 to 1.0. It means all items, this relationship is very good. And next variables is pattern analysis. We have three main factors: organizational, technical, environment factor. They all include in two variables. For example, organizational factor is including two factors. The first one is leadership, top management. They has not significant effect on expectation, competitiveness enhancement. Second one is competitiveness development. Organizational member has significant effect on expectation for enhancement. Now we're going to second main technical factor is including technology relevance. It has significant effect on expectation for enhancement. Second effect is safety risk taking has not affect expectation for competitiveness enhancement. And from the environmental factor including government support. Government support has effect expectation for competitiveness enhancement. And next one is influence of business partnership. This has not affect expectation for competitiveness enhancement. And this the last one is expectation for competitiveness enhancement has effect on smart plant construction. And every three main factors, for example, organizational factor, technical factor, environmental factor, each other one factor is supported, each other one factor is rejected. But the main factor is expectation for competitiveness enhancement is positive effect on smart plant competition. Now we are moving to conclusion. First, it's possible to address limitation of all previous research things on technology by positively looking at organizational factor, technical factors, environmental factors that have significant effect on the company's expectation for competitiveness. And as we can see from the results, expectation for competitiveness has significant effect on the well-built smart plant. The result that company's competitiveness is height is when organizational factor, environmental factor, technical factors all considered. We focus in conclusion, social technical system can play important role in successful construction of smart factories. On the other hand, the result of these empirical studies are pure studies in praise of social technical system and the relation to the fourth industrial revolution smart factories. The important thing is through empirical verification. And second is what's the key success factor of smart plants importance? In order expect straight corporate competitiveness is necessary to establish clear vision, strategy, and plan for the smart plan based on the development, influence of members of the organization, and to join and lead to change to the organization members by introduction of the new system technologies. It believed that activity support and commitment should be supported. And the third is a key success factor of smart plant technology necessary corresponds to core technology structure diagram of the smart plant proposed of, for example, by Minister of Trade, Industry, Energy, From the same point of view, Minister of Small Medium Enterprises or Startup. The purpose of the technical factors, security data, execution and processing of these data, measure for business feasibility and engineering, equipment manufacturing and supply, construction, operation, management and operation, and the basis of the plant industry. And fourth one is key success factor, smart plant, government support in praising its importance, environmental factor. The government is striving to build various model factors according to industry level to promote smartization of all value chains suitable for each characteristic. For example, cumulative supply division of 30,000 smart factors in training of 30,000 professionals, aiming to improve the level of investment for smart factory and, for example, from source Ministry of Small and Medium Venture Business, an additional large-scale investment are inevitable in competition in the domestic petrochemical industry for new extension in the Middle East and China. And this study shows the importance of government external consulting in the natural environment pollution, and which were important. And finally, the expectation of enhancement corporate competitiveness has positive effect on the willingness to build smart factories. These results are same previous studies, smart factories, smart firms. Is discussed in discussing organizational factor, technical factor, environmental factors that variables in this study stimulate positive expectation for smart plant construction. It's confirmed that affects the willingness to build smart plants. In other words, key factor for establishment of smart plants increase expectation that competitiveness of company will be strengthened, and the expectation for strengthening of the competitiveness of the company further strengths will be built smart plants. And thank you very much.